Recently, Bookmark stopped by the Catholic Marketing Network and got a chance to catch up with various authors in attendance. We hope you enjoy this interview. Well, we're still here at the Catholic Marketing Network, and stopping by is Stephanie Sibal from Ave Maria Press, right?
That's right.
It's great to see you.
Great to see you too.
So
Thank you.
You're actually displaying then here at the CMN, or
We
you're just
are
here prospecting?
Yeah, we are. We work with a lot of small Catholic retailers, and so they're here ordering from us, and it's been a lot of fun.
So how many books do you guys actually put out every year?
We put out about 20 each season, and we have quite an extensive backlist. Also.
What's a season? Is that a year, or is that summer, winter? How does that work?
It's basically spring and fall.
Okay.
Our books for fall will start coming out in July.
Okay.
And that runs through December, and then we'll pick up again in January with a new season.
Right. So about 20 in each season then?
Mm-hmm.
So about 40 books altogether?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So a couple of books, obviously, that you had that we always had interest in is the Ave Guide to Eucharistic Adoration, because obviously Mother Angelica was an incredible proponent of Eucharistic Adoration. Are you finding with this particular book, did you put it out because you're sensing that there is a resurgence of interest in Eucharistic Adoration?
Definitely. You know, we've always been interested in doing our own line of these types of books. We have the Scriptural Rosary, we have Eucharistic Adoration. It's a great time for a Eucharistic Adoration book with a revival coming. And, you know, we're hoping that people will, you know, pick it up and decide that they want to do a Holy Hour.
So when you're deciding what books that are actually going to be put out, is that based on authors you have who you've had regular bestsellers, topically driven, over the transom people submitting books to you, a little bit of everything? Or?
It's really a little bit of everything. We have great returning authors every year that people are familiar with, but we're always looking for new people, especially younger authors who appeal to the young adult audience and beyond that. So yeah, and then we have some people, we meet people in places like the Catholic Marketing Network who bring us manuscripts and
so have you met people at shows like this where ultimately you ended up publishing their work?
We have. Father Edward Looney, who's been on the network.
Oh, sure,
many times. We met him a few years ago, and he's published a couple books with us. So.
Right, yeah, he's good. Yeah, he's getting to be a regular on the network there.
Yeah.
Everybody likes him.
Yeah.
There's another book here called Simple Ways to Celebrate the Beauty of Your Faith Throughout the Year, Living the Seasons. In this case, you're acting on 4 seasons, not just 2 seasons.
Yes. Yeah.
So what's this book targeted at?
Well, this book is trying to get people of all ages, not just families, but singles and older people also, to live liturgically, to celebrate the different feast days of the saints and you know, all of our Catholic holidays. And so Erica Ty Campbell, she is the owner and the creator behind Be a Heart, which is a Catholic lifestyle brand.
Okay.
She's also big on social media. She has put together a series of different crafts. There are recipe ideas. There are background on some of the saints whose feast days she's included in it, and it's really meant to be a book that anyone can use. It's hardcover, it's full color, and it's for all people of all ages and stages. So there's things you can do with kids. There are a little bit some more advanced crafts also, but it just covers the gamut.
So when you're putting books out, is the vast majority of your books nonfiction? Are they oriented towards directly to faith, or how much is fiction?
We don't publish fiction.
At all? Okay.
No, not at all.
Okay.
Our primary markets are books in spirituality, ministry resources, and we do high school textbooks, religion textbooks.
Okay. So what are you getting feedback on as the most interest people have right now? What are the kinds of books that you're finding that you've put out there that seem to be your best sellers?
Anything Marian related is very popular. We have Bibles that we've produced for the first time, and we have a women's Bible specifically that just came out. People are very interested in that. They're also interested in any kind of devotional book, you know, like the Eucharistic Adoration.
Right.
We have some Lent and Advent books that we're calling journals, but they're reflection and meditation journals with videos. And we're really starting to do some video projects now too that have been very successful.
Right. So with those kind of books, would you say those are targeted towards women for the most, those kind of journaling things, or do you have books that really guys would be interested in as well?
Yeah, those particular books, the seasonal ones, are not really just for women, they're for anyone. The art is very appropriate to both men and women, where, you know, in our women's Bible, it's geared more toward women, obviously, lighter colors, things like that. Another new book that we have just for men is Holy Grit by Paul George. I think he's also been on EWTN before. And we're doing a book this fall called The Grief of Dads. And it's all about 4 men who have lost children at various stages of their lives. And that it's to get men to talk about their grief and to know that it's okay to grieve.
Right. Is that aspect of the books that you publish as well in dealing with people who are dealing with issues, grief, sorrow, loss, concern about where is God in their life?
Yeah, healing books are very big. And that's kind of the category that we would put them in. In fact, we have a new package that's coming out in the fall by Regina Boyd that focuses on loneliness, that we can be surrounded by people but not feel the love of God. And we're lonely, so she offers 5 keys to be able to
Do you think that's the problem with a lot of young people these days? They kind of surrounded by a lot of people in some way, maybe digitally, but not really connected to people.
And this is, you know, it's not only a book for young people, it's for all of us, you know, going through the pandemic. We've all experienced that in some ways. So, yeah, and that's another category of book that we're seeing is very important to our readers is mental health books.
Okay. Very good. Well, thank you so much, Stephanie Sibal, for stopping by.
Thank you for having me.
And have a good show at the CMN.
All right. Thank you so much.
To get a copy of the materials mentioned on this episode of EWTN Bookmark, log on to our web store, EWTNRC.com, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, or call 1-800-854-6316.